once upon a time, there was a little purple man called Purp. He was purple, and he liked to wear purple clothes, and he lived with his friend Mervyn. And they were at the camp up in the mountains. And everybody at the camp was talking about the bears. The bears have come down from the top of the mountain because it's so dry, and they're scaring the kids in the camp. And Purp says,
everybody's talking about this bear, but nobody's doing anything.
well, what do you think you're going to do, Purp? Says Mervyn. And Purp says,
I'm going to catch the bear, and I'm going to make him go back up the mountain.
how are you going to catch the bear?
Well, I read this story about if you take a piece of string and put it across the trail, a person coming along trips over the string, and then you got them.
See, Purp knew that bears follow the same trail every day. So he looked at the bear trail, and he put a string, tied it to one tree, and then across the trail to the other tree, so it was a few inches off the ground. And Purp stood there and waited for the bear to come along so he could catch him and tell him to go back up to the top of the mountain. So he waited, and he waited, and then along comes the bear. Boom, 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 boom. He got to the string, kept on going. Boom, boom, boom. The string just broke. Boom, boom, boom.
Stupid bear, you could at least slow down.
Mervyn said, well, did it work?
No, it didn't work.
So are you going to give up?
No, I got another idea.
What's your idea?
I saw a branch over the trail, and I'm going to climb up the tree and get on the branch. And when the bear comes along, I'm going to drop out of the tree and catch him.
So Purp climbed up the tree and went out on the branch, and he waited for the bear to come along. And he waited, and he waited, and he waited. And then he heard this. Boom, 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 boom. He looked at the big bear underneath him, and he dropped out of the branch and said,
Got ya!
But by the time he got there, the bear had already gone. He landed on the dirt.
Bother.
Says Purp.
I missed him.
Now Mervyn said, Purp, you see, you have to realize that when you're dropping onto a moving object, you have to anticipate the trajectory of the object, and you have to land, you have to go earlier than you thought because the bear is moving.
I don't understand.
What you need to do, says Mervyn, is you have to drop quicker than you think you should.
Oh, okay.
So
Drop like 5 feet when the bear's like 5 feet away.
that's it. You got it. So Purp climbed up the tree and went out on the branch, and he waited, and he waited, and then he heard boom, 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 boom. He saw the bear coming. He dropped out of the tree and said,
Got ya!
landed right in front of the bear, and the bear just walked right past him. Boom, 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 boom.
Bother.
So Mervyn said, well, now you know what it's like to drop too late, and now you know what it's like to drop too soon. This time, get it right.
Oh, okay, says
Purp. And he climbs up in the tree and goes out on the branch, and he waited, and he waited, and then he heard boom, 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 boom. He dropped out of the tree, landed right on the bear's back, and said,
Got ya!
and the bear went boom, 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 boom,
I said, got ya!
boom, 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 boom.
Stupid bear's deaf.
And the bear's walking along. He doesn't even know he's been caught. And Purp's sitting there on the back of the bear wondering,
How do I get through to this big lump?
and then he looked up and he saw these flaps on the bear's head. These kind of flappy things sticking up on the bear's head. So he made his way he made his way up the back of the bear, and he grabbed these flaps and he yelled, And the bear went up on his hind legs like that. And Purp said,
You go back up to the top of the mountain where you belong.
and the bear started running up the mountain, boom, 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 all the way to the top of the mountain. And Purp suddenly realized where he was and said,
Oh, by the way, could you take me back to the camp?
and that's how Purp chased the bear up the mountain. The end. Thank you, kids.